All right, folks, buckle up, because in this courtroom, justice doesn't just knock, it slams the gavel hard. Today's case kicks off with a second DWI offense, and the judge, he's not pulling a single punch. Let's dive in.
Okay, the second offense, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You know, you just heard what I said to this other gentleman here. Life doesn't get easier. It gets a lot more difficult the older you get. And when you start racking up convictions, all you're doing is you're making the life even just more difficult. If you have a drug and alcohol problem, there are ways to address it. But when you endanger other people's lives, you may end up digging a hole that's so deep you will never crawl your ass out of it. And you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next 40 years. It happens time and again. If you don't believe me, watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. Yesterday, a construction worker. Take an Uber. It's extremely easy. They make it so easy that all you literally have to do is push one button. Because I'm going to tell you now, with your history, if you ever get pulled over and an officer smells anything funky, you're going to go down. And this time, it's
that 2 to 10 isn't a scare tactic. It's Texas Penal Code, paragraph 49.09. Once you're on your second DWI, you're flirting with felony territory. Translation? You're now shopping in the penitentiary aisle of the legal system. And guess what? No coupons.
My hands. From now on, you're in felony court. You're 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Even the faintest smell of alcohol. Do you understand, Mr. Jaggers?
Yes, sir.
Somehow we have to get through to you. Hopefully it doesn't take the fact that you sit there charged with a 5 to life case because you've done something that just can't get out. Get a clue. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, these will go on your record. 1 and 1 are 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. A third, you're looking at 2 to 10 at the penitentiary. Do you understand?
Sir.
The rest of your life. What are you, 32 right now?
31.
31. You're gonna be driving for the next 40 years. How do you plead to the offense of second offense driving while intoxicated? I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna sentence you to 330 days in jail.
Did you catch that? 330 days in jail with 113 days credited. Rough math, but he's still looking at over 7 months left. And the license suspension? That's automatic under Texas law. So unless this guy is moonwalking to work, he better not be driving.
You credit for the 113 days that you've done. I am gonna suspend your license for 1 year. Do not drive until you get a license. What do you do for a living, Mr. Jaggers? How much money do you make a month?
0 right now.
I'm appointed to this case, Judge.
So you're working for free? What?
Learning.
I don't know. Well, why would we reward him? He was to obtain a device he just never did.
He just doesn't have a vehicle, Your Honor. I was notified by pretrial yesterday that there was this BVR. Talked to Mr. Jaggers about it. He didn't have a vehicle, and by his account, that didn't have a vehicle. He didn't know what to do. But he's here today.
So you just do whatever you want? I mean, this is continue to happen over and over and over. I mean,
He spent, better part of 4 months, 3 months in jail, awaiting resolution of this case. He has done that time, Your Honor. He's working now. I really believe that to help him get better, he needs to put this behind him and get started with a new phase of his life.
Mr. Jaggers, I'm going to waive the court costs and I'll waive the DPS fine and surcharge. Just take a damn Uber, man. It's not hard. One button on your phone. All this could be avoided by hitting one button on your phone. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Newman, great to see you, man. What's new?
Quick thing, I got to approach on a case that's just getting old. Frosto, Frusto.
Okay.
The last contact I had with him was, "You're late today. If you want to take the plea today, please show up." He hasn't responded to me. That was.
Oh, he's not. So he's MIA with you?
He has been in really constant contact with me up until like a week or two ago. Also,
So there's a BVR?
no, there is not, but he needs to go just check in with them.
So let's do this. I'm going to set it for bond forfeiture for a week. I mean, it's 193 days old. I get it. It's so SFPF 1 week.
Okay.
What does he offer?
Time served or I believe 15 months probation. 15 months probation, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's got to be here next week. If he fails to appear, then.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Y contestemos acta, por favor.
I don't think that, I don't know if have we found probable cause on his first case? Or I mean, on the new case? Let me express my extreme disappointment, Mr. Guevara Ortiz. You now stand charged with yet another DWI. On this one, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On January 19th, 2025, at 11:43 p.m., the officer was dispatched due to a concerned citizen following a possible intoxicated driver. The call was near Northborough in Houston County, Harris County, Texas. The officer arrived at a public place and observed the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. And the witness stated the defendant was observed to have severe damage to the front passenger side, and he struggled to stay in its lane several times. The witness had eyes on the defendant until the officer arrived, and the officer made contact with the defendant, who advised that he had 3 Coronas and was coming from a gas station, where he purchased the beers while driving home.
So drinking while?
No, Your Honor, there's no indication of that. He just purchased while driving home. And the officer observed glossy eyes, delayed responses, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer conducted standard field sobriety tests, HGN 6 out of 6. The defendant refused the walk and turn and one-leg stand due to the cold temperatures. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were .189 and .177.
How many DWIs before it's too many? Because this man is stacking charges like a drunk game of Jenga. And with a breath test. At 189? That's more than double the legal limit. He's not sipping, he's swimming.
Mr. Guevara Ortiz, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case, and I am now going to revoke your bond on your first case, and I'm going to set it at $10,001. You now also have an immigration detainer, so you will be stuck in there, I guess, until I need to know, counsel, if you guys are planning on trying to get him an immigration bond or not.
Your Honor, we don't represent him on the immigration case. That's my understanding from Mr. Breston that there's an effort to address that.
Okay. You're signing on for Mr. Breston there, right?
Yeah, I work for him. Yes, sir.
Got it. All right. Mr. Guevara Ortiz, I'm now ordering you to have an ankle monitor on your ankle, and I'm giving you a curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I'm going to put a Scram ankle monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. On your other ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. I don't know if you're getting out of custody, but if you do get out of custody, these will be your bond conditions. You will have on one ankle, like I said, a Scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. On your other, you will get a GPS monitor so I know that you're abiding by curfew. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we'll set you out for 30 days. Just keep us in the loop. If you are able to get an immigration bond, you must be here the next business day. If you fail to do so, I'm going to revoke both of your bonds and set them extremely high. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
These are eventually going to be.
Hi, Ricardo.
Hey, Judge, good to see you. How'd you
Yeah, wonderful. You know,
Yeah.
he doesn't like snow.
Uh,
Kids just, they dig it, right?
yeah, it's a big deal for them.
Yes.
Absolutely. Do you have children?
I have the 1-year-old and the 21-year-old.
Oh, that's a huge, I mean, my goodness.
The question I always get is it the same mother? That's the question that
I wasn't gonna, I'm not.
I didn't think it was like that, but yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, so tell me what's going on.
Dave's asking for extension.
So this one for Sims, we're asking for an extension from Mississippi for a probation violation for malicious mischief. Obviously, due to Winter Storm Enzo, they're requesting extension because the airports were literally closed.
Get ready. We're going to get so many of these, you know?
Oh.
Let's get ready.
Yeah, they're
There's-
coming.
Courtroom meets climate. Winter Storm Enzo is now a guest star in this legal drama. The defense is basically arguing act of God. And honestly, in Texas, one snowflake is enough to shut down an entire county. Judge isn't thrilled, but he plays ball.
And so this one, they're requesting out to the 27th. The 28th. They'll pick up on the 27th. But because even with when they were originally supposed to come on the 21st, it wrapped around the weekend. That's why we're entering the pre-signed waiver. Ricardo is opposed, which is why I'm entering it.
Okay, I mean, I have to, you know, circumstances beyond, I mean, act of God, right? As they say.
Of course, I gotta be opposed. I gotta fight for my client. His expectation was to get out at a certain day, through no fault of.
Shh.
He's gotta be here an extra 7 days, looks like. He doesn't control the weather. Nobody does.
Is it 7?
It's well because the original pickup date was the 21st. Well, so for yes, the 21st, and then the court reset date would be the 28th. They're looking to pick them up on the 27th.
Just get it a little bit less than a week. Understand that there is an act of God, right? That just completely close everything. You get just one kernel of snow, the entire city shuts down. Just so I'm going to grant them an extension. You're not going to get another one.
I have to ask Judge.
So understand, Mr. Kim, that I don't.
They had like 13 days before the snow. That's not so. Why they didn't come in?
Well, I can't answer that. I mean, that's something.
Oh, yeah.
Judge, I would ask, would you consider giving him a bond so he could go turn himself in and not have to wait 7 days? That's what I used to.
For the pre-signed
It's
waiver,
a pre-signed waiver. I
pre-signed
can't
waiver,
give
he's
them a
not
bond.
allowed.
Understood.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to understand when you get on probation or when you get on parole in another state, you sign conditions. One of those conditions is that if you ever take off and you become a fugitive, you waive extradition. It's a pre-signed waiver. You have already waived by virtue of signing. You need to read every single thing that when you sign it, all the little print, because even if I wanted to give you a bond, I can't because you have already waived by signing that document.
If for some reason they don't make it by this deadline, will he be getting out?
That's a great question. Mr. Kim?
Unfortunately, with the full, I got to look at the original waiver date. So it's 5th. So statutorily, they have until February 4th, 2025. So strictly speaking, for the pre-signed waiver, he's not allowed to. But this is one where they've already confirmed they're coming on the 27th. So I think it will be a distinction without a difference because they've already scheduled for him to come on the 27th, unless we get another once in a lifetime storm.
So we're gonna give him until the 4th, is what I'm hearing?
Well,
No.
the recess is gonna be 28th.
28th.
That's
Right.
not
They
one.
already indicated they're coming on the 27th.
I mean, act of God.
I don't see anything happening between now and then. Otherwise, the news would be just going nuts, you know?
Understood. All right,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, should something happen, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
we're back up here.
They've said that they're going to come get you absolutely on the 27th. I don't know what time, but on that
I'll
day.
confirm with them that we approached and then submit the order and triple check today that that is still the confirmed date, because obviously we've had ones in the past where we confirmed too late and they had to move it. So I'm going to triple check today.
And he'll let you know.
I'll talk to them.
Okay.
Thank you, Josh.
We'll talk some more with you.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something else?
Did have one more, Judge.
Sorry, Mr. Saldana.
I don't.